Hey, I'm Diane. Thanks for joining me for my first round of element readings. So this is going to be for fire signs. It'll be timeless, but I will be releasing these every week. So if you catch it when it's new, probably will be, I don't know. It matters whenever you see it. Okay, the first four cards that popped out, I've got the Queen of Swords, Eight of Wands, the Tower, and the Aeon. Fire signs. What you got going on here? Let's find out some more. Oh, we had one that was coming out. Okay. We got the Princess of Discs reversed. Victory here. The Six of Wands. Ooh, Three of Cups. Love. Look at that. That could be any kind of love. Okay, just gonna go with a couple more here. We'll get to the message. Okay, this is interesting. So it seems like this is kind of intense at first, so bear with me. I just want to make sure I give you a legit reading. So it does seem like you are in this really like strong, powerful state. This first card doesn't have any fire in it, but it's like, you know, the way that this Queen of Wands is looking at this Princess of Discs. It's kind of like, we've got him here, you know, like this. So it's like she's looking at the Princess of Discs here. But so if we see here, this Princess of Discs, she's got her wand here down in the more of like the earthly realms whenever we look at the Tree of Life on these cards. So she is, you know, using her balance and her like the yin and yang is kind of what's in the middle of this, to really, you know, she's not so connected to the divine necessarily. She's very much about what is happening here in this realm. Queen of Swords, however, she is using her power from the divine to cut out things. Like kind of, it's very much like an ego death. So I don't know if this is an ego death for you, if you're going through one of those right now. It kind of looks like possibly. So if that is happening, if you're needing to kind of like look at yourself in the mirror and understand your divinity and know that you aren't just limited to this realm, you know, as fire signs, I'm a fire sign, I'm a Sagittarius, and you know, we really need to be aware of, you know, if you, especially if you don't have any earth in your chart, as I don't, you know, you really need to be aware of how to ground this energy. Because, you know, even though if you are needing to cut people out of your life, or, you know, even if, you know, you bringing up issues to people is causing them to have an ego death, which really like, you know, messes with people, or anything, you know, just a lot of changes within the intellect. But also, it is water too, so it's very much like in a compassionate, or at least your intentions are compassionate. It might come off as you're being very like, I am here to bring justice in, but it's like, for myself, but it's like, you know, it's not, it's still underneath, it's still knowing the subconscious, knowing what is needed to be done. So I think that, you know, like getting this reflection and figuring out how to use all of these energies here with the earth. And I mean, you're the fire here, so it's like the earth and the air and the water. It's like learning how to use all of those with your fire to really create the reality that you're wanting. So, and it does seem like with this Eight of Wands here, the swiftness. So this to me reminds me of like lightning. It's like a very like quick action. You know, it's like maybe once you figure this out, that's what's going to kind of bring in this Tower and then this Judgment here. So it's like, you know, maybe you have a lot of people judging you right now. Maybe you have a lot of people looking at you like you're kind of crazy or whatever. You know, you're like, maybe you're going through this huge transition, this Tower moment, but if it seems like you're coming at it with full force, like you're like, I know what I'm doing here, okay? I know what I'm doing. Trust me, I'm connected to the divine. I'm doing what I need to do. And that is what's going to bring in that consistency and that state of mind is what's going to bring in this victory within your passions and the love that we all kind of want, right? Rather if that's like romantic love, platonic love. And, you know, to me, love is really just each person appreciating each other, you know, just showing, because that's what, you know, it's like just being like, you are amazing and you are amazing, you know, it's like, it's not like this codependent, it's not this, it's like we're each our own, and then like these fish, you know, we just kind of intertwine in our ownness, and then that is how we get the our subconscious kind of like to flow within both of us to create this beautiful fountain of love. So, and then with this, then next we have the Queen of Wands, the Four of Discs, and the Chariot reversed. So I am kind of getting in the second half of this reading that this is something that you've kind of been struggling with for a while. It's caused you a lot of like anxiety, worry, even like some instability within your emotions and within your physical world. So I think that, learning how to contain that fire, but not dampen it, right? Not dampen it, because it's very much needed, that is like where things started, that's a first element. That is masculine energy. But that needs to be contained by all of these other elements, or it's just too much, it's too much. It's too much light. It's too much, or like it can't be appreciated because it's like all there is that fire, and all the other things around it are just going to get scorched and not exist anymore. So, I think that releasing worry about who you really are is fine. You don't have to be afraid of who you really are. And that can possibly bring in this change for you. Let's get some more clarifications here, because with the Chariot reversed and the Queen of Wands reversed, surrounded by this Four of Discs, it's like, that kind of is reminding me again of that, like that Four of Discs is that earth energy, that grounding. So maybe that is kind of your key to, working with all of those elements, because in this card, we've got like these triangles here are representing all of the elements. And so, maybe once you learn how to maintain those elements, kind of become the magician, if you will. That's not coming up here, but, that is going to be able to bring this Chariot and this Queen of Wands back up, and you can contain your water, be propelled by your passions here. These wheels being red, and his center of the passion, he is centered, focused, ready to move forward with his armor, and he's like meditating, but he's moving forward. Meditating in everyday life can be very helpful. And so again, these were both reversed, but bringing them upright, this is the water of fire. So again, connecting to our subconscious, using the water, because that is going to be our divine counterpart, using the water to really, learn how to create what we want and to connect with the divine, using this. Her wand here is up in the ethers really high with her pine cone, and that the pine cone represents our pineal gland, which is how we connect to the unseen world, is what I believe to be true. So yeah, I think that, not letting your emotions get the best of you. This card, this Princess of Cups here, is kind of reminding me of some immaturity a little bit. So maybe, releasing worry and letting this change come in that you really want and getting out of instability. Let's get some more confirmation cards here. What does fire need to hear right now? What do the fire signs need to hear? Okay, yeah, don't let your thoughts get the best of you. And yes, let's bring in this fire and water energy, because that's what this is, the King of the Knight in this deck, but it's the King of Cups. So it's like the fire, who is in control of his water. He's very aware of his emotions, very stable, very sure of himself and where he's going, and has very much this mastered. He has a very stable ground and how to move forward with his passion. So really, I think this is just really saying, once you can not let your thoughts get the best of you, this is called futility. So it's kind of like all of these swords, all of these thoughts are getting at the core of you and keeping you from really getting this sun moment. So yeah, be proud of yourself. Be proud for being fire. It can be really intense sometimes, because like I said, I'm also a fire sign. So it's like a lot of people, if you are authentic in that, can't take it. It's like, it's very much like you have to be standing in your power, because it's a very strong energy. Just that, strong masculine, but you don't want it to be toxic masculinity, right? There's good and bad to everything. So you want it to be creative. You want it to be helpful. You want it to be a light for others, and not something that is like scorching everyone. So take a minute to just get your thoughts, because this is the Four of Swords. So just take a beat and think about what that means for you. What does that mean for you? How have you been missing using your fire, and how do you know that you can really use it within you? And I think once you really get to work on that and tediously trust yourself, that is what's going to bring forward these flowers, this growth, this, kind of sprouting of the seed, if you will, to bring in the flowers. Because I heard a quote earlier a few days ago that's like, the flowers don't go chase the bees. The flowers just are, and the bees come to them. So that's not, obviously I didn't say that. That's not my quote, but that just came to my mind as I saw this card. So just really be in your power, fire. You got this. So you're doing great. I hope you come and check out my page again soon. Feel free to subscribe and interact with us in any way you feel called to. I do have a TikTok, and I do have a page or a website where you can purchase personal readings. I'm offering 50% off until September 16th of 2023. So have a great day. Hope to catch you next time. And yeah, have a good one.